true. It's a hard situation to be in because there's so many scenarios where you can't get your head around it. But obviously, we do have the lineups on screen now as well. Oh, it's gone. You get it for a second. Just a little tease.
Just a little taste. Don't worry. We'll see plenty of that lineup soon enough when they go up against this B.O.O.T Dreamscape lineup.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see when we do get into effect. Obviously, we'll have that veto coming through as well, so we can see where they are going to be playing this one out. Now, another thing to touch on, obviously, with that B.O.O.T DS lineup is, of course, going to be the major talking point with the coach. I know you've got some information that you wanted to hit up with that.
Yeah, of course. So this guy, DSN, anyone who used to play back in those 1.6 days will know this very famous name because he was on part of that Fnatic Dynasty lineup between like 2005 to I think 2011. And of course, when he's playing all this time, he took some interest in the Asian scene, moved there, maybe did a bit of research, and then he started coaching the Chinese B.O.O.T lineup. And obviously stuck with them through this roster change when they picked up the Dreamscape lineup, and I think he's a big part of this team.
Yeah, it's very true. He's going to be quite important, obviously, a big figurehead. If you guys did follow Fnatic back in the days of 1.6, you were going to be very happy to see him behind them, getting them rallied, getting them together, and being able to keep the troops on point. But we do have that veto coming through now as well, as we will work our way through the bans. Inferno is going to be the home territory. Now, if we fall back to those map statistics as well, what are we looking at towards on Inferno here?
Yeah, definitely. Although they dodge Train, which is one of their most successful maps, or flashes that is, they played a 15 times out of an 87% win rate. Inferno, they've played 14 times out of an 80% win rate. This is what I mean. It's really hard to out-veto this team because they're just good on everything. Their worst map is 57% win rate, and that's also their most played, so it's bigger sample size, and they still win 57% of those Mirage games.
It's true. It's very hard to sort of actually go into that benchmark and look at it in a negative light, with whatever respect. Obviously, for B.O.O.T DS, Inferno is a map they have played quite a lot. They've got 12 games played on it. They have been looking effective. It's a 58% win rate, so just over half there, essentially. They're going to feel pretty confident going into this. From what I've seen as well, Inferno is a map that they definitely can lead their skill set into. They do like playing that structured style of CS, and I think this is why this game actually could be very close, because although there is a lot of potential for massive impact frags to come out from every individual player, because there's so much talent on either roster, it's also the strategic style of CS that is really going to be at its best in this one.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see some of these flamboyant plays from these players we've already mentioned. People like Fancy One, Now Summer, Attacker, Karsa, and even on the other side, people like Impression, Splashkey. This is going to be an explosive game, and I think it's all going to come down to those individual deals.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, there is a lot of sort of statistical backing up the fact that some of these players have very high ratings. They've always been effective in what we have seen in the past, and it should be good to witness. You can see everyone there getting themselves ready to go as they rile themselves up. The SN looking very happy as everyone will sit down, take their seats, click their fingers, Sam, and get ready to pop some heads.
Yeah, do that little stretchy, mate. The little finger stretch. Don't want to get no RSI. Got to make sure you put them on the board. Get those stretches in.
Go for the exercises.
Warm. Yeah, exactly, mate. You got to do some googling on that. You've got to save your career, mate. You're getting older now, people. People are losing their fingers. Can't use the mouse anymore.
Start falling off.
Exactly.
Trying to hit a shift key, you can't stretch out enough.
Nobody wants their arthritis at 35. Come on.
It's not worth it.
Do your stretches, kids.
Eat your greens, wash behind your ears, and do your finger stretches.
Do your finger stretches, exactly.
That's the thing as well. I was thinking about it. You know, mouse sports. If you play mouse sports, you are a hand athlete.
Nah. I don't know. Guess you're just a pro gamer. Like
yeah, very true.
Gamer.
Absolute gaming is coming your way shortly, though, as everyone is getting ready to jump into the action. Obviously, Inferno going to be the map. It relies quite heavily on that as well. Obviously, Inferno, very structural-based map, very team-heavy. It relies quite heavily on that focus. We're going to see slow style strategic CS coming out from either of them. But this also lends more so for B.O.O.T DS for me, is I want to see where that more aggressive style that they've always kind of shown in a lot of their map holds is going to be coming into fruition there. You are going to see players like MongolZ and Splashkey. That's more of your dynamic entry explosive duo. So when they're on that T side, I want to see where they're going to be finding those works and how they're going to be running that setup.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have to be a lot of bouncing around from these teams, but we are going into the game. B.O.O.T Dreamscape versus Flash Gaming. Looking forward to this one, Jack.
Oh yes, it should be fantastic, Sam. B.O.O.T DS going to be starting off on your T side. Flash Gaming will be your CTs as the buyers come through. Quite heavy in utility over on B.O.O.T DS as well, so they do have a fair bit to try and aid them into this one. But let's see what they actually will be bringing to the table as they set up a bit of a slow default, holding towards T-ramp right now, just making their presence known as well, as it seems like it will be a slow tiptoe towards top banana.
Just getting this banana control early, working their way up to the face of this smoke so they can flash themselves out, and here comes the utility, and here comes the push.
Flashbangs go over as they do want to try and bound their way through the site. Very open right now. They've actually been able to get in essentially for free. Flash going to play that retake style of CS and attempt to regain it in the after round.
Yeah, all of them grouping up now, but this is still going to be a difficult push with B.O.O.T having this already set up on the site. Here we go, B.O.O.T with the opening kills, but Flash does manage to chime in with one, but it's all going B.O.O.T's way. 4 kills now on this squad.
This is is very nicely done so far. Lovely wants to try and come back in and cause a bit of havoc, but Impression will take him down. That is a massive opening round from there. Dab comes out as well, as they are feeling the hype.
That little celebration music brought out the dab in them, yeah. Yeah, nice run from Boots DS there, even though with that aggressive retake coming in, all swarmed together. Flash did what they could, really. That was pretty much the correct call. Fall back, all push together. But Boots making sure they get those kills and securing that pistol round.
Yeah, very, very nicely played. Obviously, the rebuys coming out as well, so Flash just going to be opting to go for 5 CZs across the board. 1 flashbang on casters. They can try and flash themselves in, go for a bit more of a shock and awe style play. Wouldn't be surprised if we do just see a burst or a stack. Seems like it would just be a stack towards that A site. They are going all in, though. Very aggressive here from Boot DS, Sam, as they want to try and sprint in, get a bit of a moneymaker going with these Mach 10s. Ooh, hello.
Yeah, Summer does manage to find one, but so far, not looking like anything bad for Boots. Second does fall, though, leaving him in a 2v3 situation. Low health on a Tommy as well. Yeah,
he is very low. Kaza and Craze play together here. They can actually pick these up as he does peek round. Gets the double. Tommy on your 9 HP, Sam. A little bit too close for comfort there.
Yeah, one more bullet in that CZ could have spelled doom, but luckily they do just about squeeze it out, even running into that stack. They just about survive with 1 member left. So Boots do manage to win that secondary round.
Yeah, luckily they do keep it going. Obviously, they've got to force out the rebuys, though. A couple of kills did come in with the Mach 10s towards the end, so they pay it off a little bit, but the economy isn't going to be as fantastic as they were hoping to get. The rebuy there for Flash as well. A little bit more on the utility this time around, and the kit coming out for Lovely, just in case.
Yeah, more of a spread out approach this time, not going for just the 1 stack. 2 over towards B, 3 towards A. Still going to try and just get a couple of kills, a couple of pity kills, maybe steal some guns. That would be ideal.
Ooh, he comes round. Tommy actually executes his own teammate. Summer will trade it back, though, as he finds this frag as well with the CZ. They're doing an awful lot of damage right now. These CZs are just obliterating them, Sam. They've got incredible aim with these little hand cannons.
Yeah, like we saw in the previous round there, dominated by CZs, but they just about managed to squeak out down. This time goes completely the other way. Flash demolishing all of this Boots squad, and there goes the last member. That 3rd round should have been in Boots' hands.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. Now, this is the thing as well. Actually, what we saw with the second round there as well, it was way too close for comfort. Obviously, they get down to just 1 player, I mean, Tommy on 9 HP. Flash might have actually been able to deny them right there, but they do get the reset coming through. They are going to go for a pause now as well, as I believe there has been a bit of a technical issue, so they'll get that sorted out and we dive in straight back in. But obviously for Flash, that's a big round to win. You can reset them now instantly in that CT half. You've got the scavenged AKs, you've got the Mach 10s as well. So they're getting a cash builder out of this, they're getting free rifles from it, and it actually allows them to start to stabilize their economy early, rather than Boots DS just getting away with things.
We had him back in a game.
Right then, as things are now finally ready to go once more, as we dive straight back into the action now. You can see the buys there on Flash Gaming. They've got 2 Mach 10s to work with, the 2 AKs as well. CZ on Ks. Massive reinvestments in utility as well. Meanwhile, over on Boots, they did force up now. Yeah, they're going to re-go for the force, obviously. Just get themselves out a couple of CZs, like a little bit of a reinvestment. Nothing too crazy as they want to try and get that buyout into the next one.
Not really a fan of this, though. I don't like just buying upgraded pistols with no armor, knowing that you're against such good weaponry. I'd prefer you just save that into this next round, so then you can have more utility, but Boots going with a more of a risky option, hoping they can steal a rifle or 2 into the next round. Nothing found just yet.
Let's see if they can achieve anything, though, into this. Obviously, that little bit of investment will actually pay off if they can get a couple of frags here and there, I wonder. As slow they just attempt to take map control, focusing towards that A bomb site. They are going to lose a man early, though. Summer strikes towards him and takes that impression. That is a nice little tag from Tommy. Lovi's actually on 3 HP as he was forced to fall back.
Yeah, it does have that Mach 10 in hand, though, so not too worried. Pretty much the cannon fodder going into this round anyway. Was Spectre does rush out, get some information. Nice shot by Splashki with that deagle.
See, that's the sort of splash I expect to see as well, Sam. A lot of these explosive early entry frags where you're going to feel quite confident. He is the last man standing now as well. Grabs himself an AK. He can be deadly. He is known for his AWP potential. He is quite prolific with a weapon, but he still makes a name for himself when he has a rifle. He's going to find that headshot towards Attacker as well, takes him down, and this is good. As long as they can just try and wean out as many weapons as possible from Flash, they can make these eco rounds a little bit better for them.
Yeah, also, even just the $300 helps a lot going in that next round because he'll be able to get full utility now. As you can see, he's on 2,900. So, does quite a lot to the next round, even though it doesn't seem so substantial. Even if he doesn't get any more kills here, he'll still do a lot for him in the next one.
Yeah, going to help him out a little bit, set themselves up for the future. Got to remember about investing for that 401k, Sam. As he gets another headshot, as he actually will take down Carcer. He's really making this round awkward. Lovy as well. If he peeks, he's only on 3 HP, but all right. With a Mach 10 from miles away, he's giving it.
Yeah, almost worked out there. Lovy almost caught staring at him, but just about lands a headshot, stops him wreaking any more havoc, and they will go into this buy round.
Yeah, those rebuys coming back through now. We're going to see what is going to be actually coming out. Obviously, no warp on the side of B.O.O.T as well, as they just physically didn't have the economy to sustain that. Meanwhile, for Flash, though, Kaze is going to be donning the weapon.
It will be interesting to see where they go now with this AWP. Like you said, 5 AKs on the other side, so nothing to challenge really that long-range angle. It looks like they're holding 3 towards A, 2 towards B, like they've done previously. Too wild, but they are going for a pretty aggressive push down Banana, and Summer does manage to get the kill.
Yeah, that's a big opener as well, removing Splash Key that early. As you can see, Moxie's just trapped close by as well, already taking a bit of a dent as he's left on 78 HP. All they've got to do essentially is smoke this now. They've got complete control towards bottom Banana. He's actually going to play around the smoke and push through. They might not suspect this and just assume that he was going to hold towards bottom Banana and rotate a player off. So Summer could be incredibly effective in this round.
Yeah, a sneaky play coming out from Summer. Could be able to catch the B.O.O.T Streamscape lineup in the back. No aggressive pushes from his teammates yet. They'll probably call, just let me push, let me get some information, and then we can all go together.
Slowly making his approach through as he's on his warpath. Slow and steady wins the race, but they want to try and go for a burst as they slip their way in out towards A. Caster peeks out, though. It's a double ding because he takes them both down in seconds. There's another one coming through for Summer as well. Finally chimes in with the double we wanted to see off the back of the lurk. Fantastic play from Flash there.
Yeah, that flank coming in there. You see them getting 2 kills in the back. Them not aware of what was going on. Already fighting the guys on Arch. We're already in a fun gunfight. Summer comes along, finishes off the round. We do have to go to another timeout, but this one is just a tactical one. Don't worry, Jack.
Just a little
mic
one.
Problems. Yeah. Just having a talk. We're fine.
Just going to try and work their way through. Lucky they did sort the mic problem out really for the talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would have been a bit of a struggle. But you can see, obviously, just trying to work their way through on this. DSN looking like he's being very vocal here about what he actually has noticed already. Obviously, it's very effective having that sort of coach that has so much wealth of experience behind them. Obviously, a lot of respect for him in terms of what he did achieve in his own time and how much knowledge he can now reinvest into them and try and reset things. I wonder what he has sort of picked out and they'll now adjust off the back of this, as they are still going to be trying to eco this one out, obviously, then come back into the next round with their buy and play it out from there. They make their way through right now, though. Slowly coming back into this. They do have the HGs to play with. Massive HG up towards top Banana. No one actually pushed it too aggressively from Flash, though, so they're not going to take any damage from that. They are holding. They're going to peek straight through. Caster gets the opening frag towards Benkai. They try to trade it back. They will get it as Tommy finds 1 kill, but he can't quite get too much more. Caster just has to hold the angle, essentially. If they push towards him, it's quite easy for him to just rip his way through him. No armor. They're very weak, very supple, like some chicken.
Yeah, has the support as well, so feels aggressive, pushes through, gets 2 of the B.O.O.T Dreamscape lineup down. Leaves Splashy all on his lone, so with just a deagle, does manage to get 1, but that'll be it.
Does love a deagle, Splash Key. You will see that coming out quite a lot. Anything that involves just that pinpoint precision, that's where he's going to be trying to really just go for it. So we work our way back through. Those rebuys coming out. 5 AKs across the board, tons of utility now as well. So B.O.O.T Dreamscape finally looking healthy and full of life as they get into what is going to be really their first true buy with complete economy across the board in terms of their utility. So now what was it they wanted to bring to the table in this round?
Yeah, this will be an interesting one as well, because this is what they're going to have to get in the bag to stop this economy rolling, as we saw a few of those members already on double-digit economy, tens of thousands. A few of them still pretty low, but like I said, looking very strong. And if they win this round, they're going to be looking very strong in the rest of this half.
That is a shame, though. Moxie going down early into these rifle rounds, he normally is quite a prolific fragger. He likes to roam around, quite an artist with the AK. He comes in, gets those massive opening 1-taps. He is very effective. Losing him that early forces a lot of the weight onto Splash Key's shoulders. And he's down to 7 HP already, Sam. So this isn't shaping up too fantastically at all.
That's not looking good so far. This AWP as well, posted up on Arch, looks to be in the perfect position, as this is where the push is coming from B.O.O.T.
Oh, just holding, waiting to see if they will go for this push towards the A-bomb site. Seems like it has been a bit of a ruse, though. They might have lampooned them as they start to restructure their assault towards B, but Summer, so much damage already done. Look how weak they are. They've got not much sustain left to play with. He can peek out. It should just be easy pickings for him. And rips out his sidearm as well. It's faster than reload as he gets the double kill there. And it's all on Splash Key and Benkai now. And they're spread thin. They're not together. They're not grouped. And Benkai is trapped between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, Summer playing that amazingly well, gets the information, plays down damage, then falls back, drops the smoke, making sure he gets as much time as he can possibly for his team to rotate. Does well getting to almost a third, but still leaves his team in a good position right here. And everyone's spread out across the map, so a lot of information gained too.
Make their way up through Banana, see if they can actually get towards this B-bomb site. They have the smoke and the flash, luckily, but if he actually spams through, Splash Key's so low, he could get taken down to this. But instead, They're just going to push straight round, try and hold from the angle here by Coils, but he loses his face, Sam. Instantly, Benkai takes him down. Splashki can also get the one planted.
Yeah, Kaze gets his muffin cap peeled back, leaves it in a 2v2, but one of these members is low, but he has the ore. Ooh. There it goes. There goes Bogdan's Law. Leaves one player left on the site. If they push together, they should win this round.
Yeah, that was a beautiful spray from Caster just on the pre-fire. Oh, he comes around, but Benkai, he is ready to rumble right now as he's giving out digs across the board, Sam. It's all on Attacker. He might be incredibly effective normally, but can he win in this 1v1 as he's going to push his way through? Gets the angle, gets the tag, but he can't quite convert it. Look how low Benkai is. He eventually will take him down as Flash are just going to be able to grab this round in the nick of time. He's lucky he was speedy.
Yeah, trying to buy as much time as possible there, but doesn't quite do enough. Attacker brings the round home. After Summer doing well, like I said, over on that B side, dropping the smoke, make sure he buys enough time. Flash Gaming looking strong so far on this map.
Oh yeah, exactly. Off the back of what was a bit of an iffy pistol, they came in strong with the following round. Even the fact they didn't win that second round instantly, the amount of damage they did. If you didn't see it, Tommy was left on 9 HP off the back of that, continuously just from a 5 CZ buy. That was the only investment they went for. Nothing else, nothing more. And it's ridiculous how much damage Flash are actually doing right now. 5 rounds already on their CT half from that. Boots just looking like their struggle to actually reset themselves.
The same layout we've been seeing from this Flash Gaming lineup. 3 towards A, 2 over towards B. The T side just laying out over towards second mid, and T side just trying to get some information, seeing where they want to push. But K's already burning someone alive.
That is not the best outcome you really want to start the round, is it? It's sent off to the Burns ward immediately, Sam.
Yeah, not ideal. Going to be lining up some utility here, trying to coordinate a push. But Flash Gaming are set up for this, like I said, 3 over towards A, that is their default they are running. The 2 people on B not got aggressive yet, so they will not be able to give any calls of this, knowing on Banana. Here comes the push on A.
They're going to try and hit him with the drive-by right now as they sprint their way straight through. A lot of aggression coming out as there is a response, though. Case another frag into the round, and the third as well. He's doing everything single-handedly with this AWP. Attacker will finally chime in with a bit more damage as well. Double kill for Attacker as he punishes Moxie and Benkai to get another round for Flash. 6 rounds in the bank for him now already. And this is just smooth sailing. It just seems like they're on cruise control.
Yeah, K's and Attacker taking control of that round, dealing with it. Just them 2 chiming in. Beautiful play over towards that A, on that A push, boosting someone up to get over that smoke. Someone else playing towards Arch. Very well dealt with Flash, and another tactical timeout coming from Boot.
Obviously, once again, TSN looking still very happy,
yeah.
Still very calm about it. Obviously, doesn't think that things are too far gone as he wants to explain what is occurring here and reset them a little bit, see if he can get them back into this and actually get their mindset going. I mean, individually as well. And I've seen some of these players before outside of the Streamscape team when they have been just more so on their lonesome in sort of tournaments like TWC. They've still sort of played together as more of a core 3. I've seen a few of them in the past. Benkai, Splashkey, players like that. They've always sort of been tied together, especially with Moxie as well. And they do sort of have an early start. It seems like some of them are slow burners. It takes a while for them to really get themselves into the action. Normally, from what I've seen as well, their T half is a little bit weaker. They can be deadly, pinpoint precision with the AKs, but that CT half is normally where they're very effective at just angle holds and that smart just accuracy that comes into effect.
Yeah, and for teams like that, a person like DSN who's able to stay calm, able to keep your spirits up is important, because if your team is used to starting slow, you know you're going to lose the first 3 rounds, at least you can big you up and say, hey, remember the other games? We'll always come back. Don't get worried. Let's just keep playing how we play.
Come on, boys. Let's get it. As they do want to try and make their play over towards that B-bomb site right now. Just going to run straight in. 4 CZs and a Deagle in play. The smoke goes out as well as they slip their way towards the bomb site. Nice Molotov coming out from Caster as he falls back. This M4 could be lethal, but he just gets obliterated.
Yeah, and that adjustment from Flash Gaming not paying off. You see this round, they actually sent 4 towards that A site, leaving Attacker alone on the B site, and it's not worked out. Now they have the round, they're going to have to play retake.
They've got absolutely nothing to work with now, Sam, as it's a 3 versus 4. They are going to regroup and try and go for the confidence play. Let's see if they can actually get in. Impression just playing the anti-flash angle, actually holding on the close angle now as well. Tommy unleashes, the M4 will come into effect, but there's the AK response as well. Impression goes down. Tommy trying to play with Moxie as they want to bait them in. If they can get this follow-up frag on towards Summer, this is where they should surely pick up the round now, as it's him and Splashkey. They just need to hold and defend. He jumps on the bomb, but he faces it out if he tries to find the frag. Luckily he was so low, Tommy was able to just get him with a slight cha-cha slide out, hit him with the M4 and get the round finally.
Yeah, just about avoiding that spray there. Thought it could have been dangerous, but Lovie does go down. So Boots, they do win the round. They do finally take a round, and that was on an eco, so that will help out that economy in general, knowing that they didn't have to invest everything in that. So get a little boost into this round, but they definitely need to start stringing them together now, because Flash are going to start taking control.
Oh, exactly. And that's the thing with Flash as well. You've now sort of, you know, you've come in, you've stepped into their territory. They're going to want that instant response, instant retribution, bite back harder.
Yeah, definitely. And back to that default hold. Flash not liking that 4A setup that went to pieces last round. So back to what they usually play, 2B, 3A, and Kaze gets another opener.
It's fantastic with the AWP. Consistently, if it isn't with an early Molotov or in terms of early informational map control, it's consistent early openers he's finding with the AWP. There's the response, though, as Benkai will start to flex his muscles a little bit, show what he can do with that rifle.
Yeah, evens it up, does the Singaporean, but now still work to do. No pushes on the site yet. They're leaving that lurker over towards A, trying to catch up the rotators, but out through B, and Karsa deals with it once again, falls back, drops his utility, perfectly played.
Flashback there as well to try and delay as they want to try and take this site control. Karsa falls as Tommy will take him down, slays him with the AK. Summer as well with the M4. A massive ding. Look how low Splashkey is. It's a 1 versus 3 on 4 HP. If he gets the bomb plant, at least it's some kind of silver lining, but actually staying alive and winning this is going to be incredibly awkward.
Gonna take some super heroic efforts to win this round. 4 HP with an AWP in hand. Does manage to get the first, but there's still so much work to do. And he does get dropped by Attacker. Another round in the bag for Flash.
It's a shame as well, because we're not actually getting to see him at his true potential, because when he does get the AWP out, that is when he can be unreal in terms of aggression. It leans more to his playstyle as well. We can see him be a bit more explosive, be hopping around the map, leaping in, showing off his acrobatics.
Yeah, and a young player, only 18, so, you know, got that confidence, got that young bird mentality, you know, got something to prove, so you do like to see this out of these young players, but unfortunately just hasn't been given the space to roll yet.
Exactly, that's the thing as well, and just the economy hasn't supported them because they've just been on the back burner for so many rounds. The one round we did actually see him pick up there, the reset comes back through now, so it's going to be a while before we see him back at his true potential.
Yeah, despite losing all these rounds, Splashkey's still 9 for 9, so even though they're having a disappointing performance individually, he is stepping up to the mark.
Dropping a nice little Nutri bomb right now.
Yeah, neutral's not bad.
That's pretty good. That's right. Give that a thumb. Nice guy. Early map control coming through though for B.O.O.T DS as they make their way through, just playing their default, holding their angles, seeing if there is going to be a push coming out from Flash, as Flash really haven't needed to go overly aggressive. The only aggression we've really seen is Kaze when he wants to go for the mid peaks, but that's about it.
Yeah, this B push coming again. Flash been doing very well of just knowing when to fall back in this B side, not taking unnecessary challenges. But the B push does manage to come in and they clear out that CT member and they've got the site to themselves now.
Yeah, this is good actually as well, as they might get traded back as Attacker finds the kill on Benkai, but he leaves them into a 2 versus 2. This is where my eyes are going to be on MongolZ as well. I want to see what really he can unleash here. As in the past, he's impressed me by leaps and bounds when he's in these sort of situations where it relies quite heavily on him to go huge. Attacker, though, coming into effect. He could be naughty, Sam. We've seen that before as he sprays down, eliminates MongolZ, impression peeks out, and that's Attacker with a double. Always up to his old tricks.
Yeah, again, doubling that retake of 3K in the round. We've been seeing so much from Attacker already. One of the players we talked about, and he's definitely shown what he can do. This Flash game lineup in general is just looking really impressive.
Oh, yeah. And this is the thing, right? We said there is always potential for this to be a close affair, but Flash were always the strong point.
Yeah, definitely Flash looking amazing so far. Kaze as well, another person we haven't talked a lot about. He's been getting significant entries with that AWP. Although he hasn't got a lot of kills in the round, they've definitely been important frags that get either information or just that man disadvantage early in the round is vital for this Flash gaming squad.
Yeah. I want to see what has been discussed here as well for B.O.O.T DS back into this round as they have gone for the mixed bag of buys. Obviously, CZ, Deagle, and P250. They have the HEs as well as they wanted to try and throw this out. I thought we might actually see more of it towards Banana as the push come through. Oh! He loses everything though. His impression just flicks around with a Deagle. Deadly.
Yeah, I like that change up from Flash though. Although it doesn't work out, someone knowing they keep doing that passive push on B, knowing if I aggressively push it, I can either get the information or just face them and they're not expecting it. But unfortunately, doesn't land the shots and does lose out.
Yeah, absolutely furious. Flex coming through. Attacker as well. He's in the rear once more. Every time he's just going for these ridiculously ludicrous lurks and is working fantastically. Impression now trapped in a horrible spot, but he's trying to make the best of a bad situation as he double deeks down. Naughty stuff, but still not enough to win the round.
Yeah, some nice Deagle shots, but unfortunately not enough. Attacker again in this round, playing off huge. Currently 14 for 5.
Yeah. Attacker is unreal as well. This is sort of, when we looked at it, we sort of tried to highlight the fact that a lot of these players have a lot of rich history behind them. They've represented some fantastic organizations throughout their years, and they are big names. This sort of is the misfits that came together and now made a lineup that is to be reckoned with.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously we talk a lot about TyLoo from these players, but Attacker, Karsa, and Lovey were also on a team called Wings Gaming back in 2015. So all these players are very familiar with each other. They've all played, at least with a few of them, consistently throughout their career.
Yeah, they've always sort of had that friendship. You can see that as well in the sort of the amount of respect they have in sort of scenarios in terms of flashing each other in. It's all very methodical, works very well. There's great synergy from a player-to-player basis.
Yeah, you can see the experience a lot. Like I've been mentioning on that B side, never scared to fall back, knowing I haven't got to take aggressive angles. I'll just play off my teammate, back off, and allow him to throw the utility in and support me in as well.
It is true indeed, as right now they slowly make their way up Banana. See if they can get a bit of a round off. Oh, impressive with the entry as well. Double entry as he finds that frag on towards Karsa. That is fantastic for them. They've got B-side control. They haven't lost anyone. There's no trades back in their favor. Lovey as well goes down as the lurking Benkai is working out fantastically for them. Oh, there's the response from Kate Attacker as well. Going to start to make a little bit of crack start to show, Sam. It's a 2 versus 3 retake, though.
Yeah, even now, I don't want to count Flash Gaming out. We've seen some incredible stuff from Attacker and Kaiser, like 2v3 now suddenly doable. Started off as a 2v5. But this push has still got a lot left to do.
You can see them actually debating it now as well. It seems like the call to save may have been made as they actually will reposition back round. Attacker going to play it smart. If they just hold their angles they're in right now, though, they could get so many exit frags, and they have a lot more money to play with than B.O.O.T do. So Attacker coming in will get one and the second. It's actually a team kill that comes through from Tommy. So that is the worst case scenario.
Yeah, unfortunate. As you said, due to that economy, every rifle drop is going to be important for that B.O.O.T squad. Luckily, Tommy does manage to run away from the bomb in time, so he'll be able to take a rifle in. But still, those rifle drops are going to be pretty crucial into this buy round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much that actually affects the economy overall in terms of what they have remaining when we get back into this, because, yeah, it's not fantastic, really. They can get the rebuys back through. Obviously, luckily, they do have a little bit more cash to play with, but they're going to skimp on utility.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty low for this squad. Of course, Tommy does able to drop one, but still not ideal. Decent utility, though. It's not unworkable,
yeah.
Jackie. There's something they can do with it. Decent amount of smoke, so they can still pull off an execute.
It's true, just not as much as they would want into this scenario. Meanwhile, for Flash, though, it's a little bit more over the place. 2 UMPs, you've got the Mag 7 on Lovey. I actually want to see more so what Lovey's going to do with that Mag 7, because it can be quite a little bit of a naughty weapon, Sam.
Yeah, it can be pretty sneaky. Obviously, that one-shot headshot from pretty close range catches a lot of people off guard. Players like Snacks, of course, we know who are known to use it. Can definitely work in competitive play.
Especially on an angle like this as well. When Benkai just walks into it and gets shotgunned down.
It wasn't even that one-shot headshot, it's straight in the chest, bang, sit down, and he gets an AK as well.
Yeah, fantastic little upgrade for him there as he plays a little bit of gun game into this one. Attacker as well. Oh, we could be so cheeky here if they try and go for the push round. Attacker is not the man I'd want to be going up against. Luckily, they keep him at bay. They spook him a bit, so he's going to retreat towards the bomb site as they want to split push in and go for this attack on A. Tommy loves the team kills. Consistent team kills from Tommy. It's ridiculous. But Splash Key as well. Going to get double peeked as someone will take him down. It's all up to Moxie. Finally, we start to see a little bit what he can do with a rifle, but it's just going to be just that. A little bit as he will fall to Lovey. How many team kills does Tommy have now? Is that 3?
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3. This B.O.O.T Dreamscape line, like I said, when they get into fights, it seems to be a lot of miscommunication. Yeah. No one really calling out stuff. You saw Splashy there with the AWP, just staring at an angle when there's 3 people around him. You'd think someone would be calling where at least one person is. But once again, they're just caught with their pants down, Flash win the round.
It kind of does seem like they've, they've formed some kind of suicide squad, Sam. It's a ragtag mix of bandits that all got a lot of individual strengths and wild backstories about boomerangs and such. And it looks interesting.
Yeah, another pause as well coming from for B.O.O.T. I don't know how they're going to talk that one through. Right, we need to stop Attacker getting 3 kills. We need to stop them doing 5v4 retakes.
Or DSN just going, Tommy, don't shoot us anymore. Yeah. If you shoot them, that'll be good.
Yeah, huge.
And he goes, all right, I got it. Yeah. Obviously, that's that wealth of experience from Fnatic.
Yeah, I've got
no
some good
kills.
info about this one. Kill them. Not us. I wrote this one in the book.
I've had this for a few years. Can't show me this.
I've been working on it. It's finally fleshed out. I'm ready to put it into play.
The strat book there, page number 1. Let's see what Flash are going to do into this, though. Obviously, boosts into what is going to be that deciding round if this is going to be 11-4 half or a 5-10. which they kind of do need that extra bit of a buffer, because if they don't get the pistol, they're going to be really, really in a horrible spot.
Yeah, you saw that slight adjustment for Flash there. Because they sent it all towards B, they actually sent Summer, but never mind. Summer's chiming in with 3 of his own over towards Arch. Only 1 boot member left, and Summer gets that one as well. 4 kills and 11-4 half for Flash Gaming.
I guess you could say Summer's come early this year, Sam.
Definitely, and he's smashed everyone who's in his way. Why are you looking at me like that when I'm talking, Jack? You can't be off guard. You can't smile at my face.
Just give me a nice little smile, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, the hay fever's kicked in. Is hay fever in summer? There you go. He's brought the hay fever with him and just dispatched everyone.
Nice.
Good. I think that might work. Pollen. There's a joke in there about pollen somewhere, probably.
Pollen joke. Not bad.
But yeah, unfortunately for B.O.O.T Streamscape, struggling quite a little bit there.
Yeah, not able to see these individual performances that we were expecting. Like we said, Splashkey's still showing quite a bit into this game, but when you have no money and going up against Attacker constantly, it becomes a lot more difficult to even get around.
Oh yeah, and that's sort of, this highlights more so what we're trying to get at as well. When we did say there is a lot of individual skill on every one of these players, it is very true. Flash more so, the factor is though, it's just more coherent. The teamwork is there. You know, this is after years of experience between each other, sort of not only in games together, but obviously throughout multiple different lineups. They've got a lot of trust, a lot of faith in one another, whereas for B.O.O.T, it's a little bit harder. They might have the talent, but it's thick and thin between. They're not firing from all cylinders at the same time. The consistency isn't quite there. It's like they're trying to make jam, and it's got a little bit wrong, and it doesn't quite spread properly. Yeah.
It's the other thing we see from this Flash lineup as well. When you see a lot of high-skill players, typically once they start getting kills together, you'll see them over-push or over-peak. They'll start feeling themselves like, oh yeah, I can kill everyone. Well, like we've been seeing on that B side, Summer will get 2, happily throw a smoke, fall back. Knows he doesn't have to push, can rely on his teammates when you've got Attacker in the backpack. And also, K's, like we said, hasn't even got a lot of kills, but those opening AWP shots, getting the information for those key fraggers has been huge.
Yeah, that is true indeed. I mean, that's sort of the key to the story here, is just the fact that there's so much more discipline on display for Flash. If they had that level of discipline on B.O.O.T, maybe it could be a little bit closer, but right now, Flash just looking like the more structured and stable lineup.
Yeah, and going in this second half, it's not going to be easy for B.O.O.T. Like we said, it's not even the sort of a strategy thing you can overlook. It's literally just they are clicking our head faster than we click theirs.
It's true.
So we will be going to a short break just during this halftime. We'll be happy to join you right after in this second half.
Well, everyone, welcome back. Obviously, we do have the first half done and dusted. It's been wrapped up like a neat little present, Sam. It's been shipped off to Santa Claus. But we're going to be behind him for the second half. Obviously, a little bit of a highlight here on 2 of the fantastic players that have been doing work. Splashkey, over on that side of B.O.O.T that we've been talking about an awful lot. And Summer, I think it was sort of him and Attacker as well that were the 2 absolute big dogs ready for the side of Flash. They've been coming in, they've been biting up everything.
Yeah, like I said, working together extremely well, not playing over-aggressive, either knowing exactly their role, playing it perfectly, defending sites so well, and even the retakes we've seen, knowing when to fall off all together, push again as a unit, and still taking the sites in man disadvantages.
It is true. I mean, it's ridiculous to sort of how individually as well Flash have been blessed in terms of their own prowess as players. They're very, very effective on their own right. Barrels of impact frags consistently tied to them, but it's never anything too crazy. They keep it calm, they keep it simple, whereas what's coming out from B.O.O.T here is the fact they're playing a sort of, you know, twice as bright but half as long style CS. They're trying to go for these overly aggressive plays, and sure, it works now and then, but it's always burning to the end of the wick before they get a chance to close those rounds out.
Yeah, that can be a problem you encounter when you have players such as Splashkey and Benkai, like I said, sort of younger players who want to prove themselves. They need to get those aggressive kills, but if they don't get those early on, suddenly their confidence starts to falter. They don't really believe in themselves anymore. They don't want to do for those aggressive pushes, but that's what they need to win the round. They need to be winning those opening duels. They need to not be scared. Flash yourselves in. Push aggressively instead of just playing right in the hands of Flash.
It's true. Sort of running that more sort of, you know, jack of all trades, but master of none style of CS. They can't quite get it together on the key details as we're getting back into the action now. Flash Gaming moving on over to that T half. B.O.O.T trying to see if they can claw back some kind of buffer as they only have 4 rounds to play with, Sam. If they do not get this opening pistol, I am not feeling very confident for them, to be honest.
Yeah, we're going to have to see a lot from the Singaporean squad. Of course, the Extremescape squad, no one boot. We did expect quite a lot more of them from this. Like we said, these players we've been hyping up are definitely nothing to be thrown away. We know they're amazing. They can do a lot more. So this half, they could come back, but Flash are definitely in the advantageous position.
Yeah. Let's see if they can try and open up with a bit of a flashy play into their pistol, though. As they are just going for a very slow default right now. A lot of map control over towards that A-bomb site. Seems like it will be an A-take as they have the smokes to block off the angles. They've also got the flashes to try and pop flash over as well through B.O.O.T. Could be the late round apps burst, Sam, as that seems like it's what it's going to be. Or they're going to be going straight through, but Splashkey holding the angle. Gets the early double kills. He starts to punish him. Tommy as well. This is better. He's killing them rather than his own team.
Yeah, does manage to avoid the heads of his teammates this time. Karsa and Summer less than a 2v4. And already Summer's been dropped, so now just Karsa alone does manage to take down the low HP Tommy, but still a lot of work to do.
Ooh, they're actually peeking him and actually giving him the 1v1s that he needs. They're not peeking him together. They tried to push through the smoke, but were delayed. Obviously, left in a 1v2 like this, it can still be awkward. It just depends on the timings they try and work with. If they go for a 1-2-3 face, they should win it. He will actually plant the bomb, though. Get that down, be able to just hold the angle. Nothing too audacious just yet. He has to hold from sight. They know he hasn't left because of Benkai's angle. Just depends if he's aware of them getting in from the rear as they tag him down. Benkai had the spot and will remove him. So they get a very, very important opening pistol there.
Yeah, and unfortunately Karsa didn't have any armor there, of course, so he was easy to take down. Does his best, but does manage to win the round. B.O.O.T with a much-needed pistol round can get them back into this game.
Yeah, that was good for them. Obviously, it gives them a lot more potential to work with now. You get this opening pistol. Basically, you should get the next two for free. I'm just a little bit worried we're going to see a repeat of history here. Obviously, we saw them win the opening pistol on their C-half. Immediately got reset on the following rounds coming through that by Flash.
Yeah, I do like to see this sort of 3 rifles, this time taking a much more steady approach. Want to hold the long angle instead of just pushing like they did last time with those SMGs, getting up close and personal.
Look at this buy as well from Flash, actually. Some are going to invest into AK armor. The rest of his teammates just going to go for 2 armor buys there. You've also got the upgraded pistols coming out. This is a little bit interesting. I can't wait to see how this actually does dissolve throughout the round.
Yeah, pretty aggressive buy from this Flash gaming squad, considering how many rounds they have in hand. But we'll see what they can do work. Obviously, Summer plays like attacker. They do have the armor. Summer with the AK in hand, so they could definitely put some work in. But against 3 rifles, it still should be Boots' round.
I think this as well. Boots, they're not going to have any idea of this. They won't expect an AK buy to be coming through. All they've heard is pistols consistently. There's the contact face from Summer as well. And he just domes him in seconds.
There goes one of those rifles as well. And that smoke drop means that one of those Flash members will be able to pick up a gun. Now 2 rifles in the hands. 2 rifles in the hands of Boots as well. Just those SMGs now balancing out the numbers.
Master going to try and go for the bomb plant here as well as the smoke wall is down to try and slow them. Obviously, actually taking Rune's control instead as they get through. Splashkey going to go for the face. Has support. This could be naughty if they actually continue in this fashion as they're getting a couple of cheeky little peeks here and there. Good nage as well. They'll actually transfer a slight bit of shrapnel damage on towards those T's.
Yeah, Flash playing this well, though, all hiding, trying to drag those Boots players in. Forced to push onto the site if they want to get any duels. So far, though, Boots are working their way through back to the site, but Karsa with 1 Summer as well. Leaves it down to a 1v1 Moxa versus Karsa, and Karsa has no weapon, just a Glock.
Oh, this is an awful spot to be in. Only Glock. He's gone for the burst fire as he peeks round, but he goes down as Moxie just makes mincemeat out of him. But there's no time. He has the kit, but he's got to fall back. He can't get the defuse off. That is going to be another round for Flash.
Well played by Karsa there, knowing if he just hides in this little crevice and he's forced to come kill him, he won't have time to get that bomb. So that gamble does pay off for the Flash Gaming squad. That 1 AK into that round wins them it.
Yeah, I mean that's naughty as well. Essentially, what we
it's naughty.
What we expected to see, really, for me. I mean, it's a repeat of history, really, isn't it? Just being able to get that reset round coming through, and it puts Boot in such an awkward situation as well. That CT side economy, you get the opening pistol and get reset, it really does leave you in a bit of a muddled up spot.
And that is the problem when you go up against these great players like Summer and Attacker. Just 1 AK in that round can be enough. He deals the damage, gets them onto the site, gives a rifle to his teammates, and wins them around.
I'm a fan of this play, though. Obviously, the aggression. You go for the HE strat, nade your way down, go for the push off the back of it as well, converge at bottom. And T steps in. It's working out ever so slightly in the beginning, but things start to crumble away now. Impression will actually bring it back as he gets the sideline shot on towards Summer, keeps them on their toes. As Flash Gaming only have 3 Ts remaining, they are going to group up. Attacker's taking a bit of a dent, and Caster as well. Looking like he's lost about 20 HP there, so not as optimal as they would have wanted this to go. A good start for Boot in the round.
Yeah, just spreading out now across this map. Taking their time, 1 minute and 15 on the clock. No need to rush at all. See what information they can gather.
They can take it slow, whip out their magnifying glasses, inspect the map some, until they are fully confident in their actions.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh, there you go. Nice little Sherlock reference there.
Little Inspector reference, man.
As they will make their play up towards the B-bomb site. They have cleared it. I believe they are feeling confident to go for this impression elevated angle, though it can be quite effective. He has to fall back, drops off down towards first oranges. Will get the kill anyway, though, as he's popping ends with the P250. Lovely will go back into effect with the AK. There's a response from Benkai. It's all on Lovey as he gets another one. Another headshot going to go his way. The fast push is too much to handle. And B.O.O.T, they're going to do what they did to them. Just consistent reset.
Yeah, nice little spray through the wall as well to finish the round. B.O.O.T's managed to regain that loss that they suffered in the previous round. Luckily, do manage to bring it back now so they can buy up again. It's basically in the same position they were after they lost that first round.
You can see Flash basically going to have nothing to work with. Just get these rounds over with now, get themselves back into a level-headed position. They know they have a buffer, so B.O.O.T aren't really going to be nipping at their heels just yet. They can afford to concede a couple of these and then come back in with a strong economy rather than forcing it up. Oh, they actually do reinvest into it quite heavily. I didn't realize they'd bought the pistols out. Someone makes it work as well. All right. They might as well just force
I don't know how this game works
rounds
anymore.
Yeah.
Someone managing to get 2 kills with the CZ and somehow Flash are in the advantage position again.
I'm so confused in how these rounds just work for them. Summer buys and you win. Lovey as well. Headshot comes through towards Benkai. It's just impress and left. If I was DSN right now, I'd just be sitting there going, I'm not sure.
What do you do?
Yeah.
He came with the CZ and took 2 people's faces off. How do you do against that? Again, Flash had just won this round off the back of Summer once again.
Which one's which? Not sure. Ah, this is ridiculous in how this has been going down.
Yeah, no challenge either from Impression, knowing that it's too far gone. Going to at least just try and hold on to an SMG, maybe some exits. But even if you get some exits, this was an eco round for Flash anyway. Although they forced a lot, they've still got a lot of money in hand.
So that round going to go through. Impression just going to hide out as well. He will be able to save the UMP at least, so it's something to the name of B.O.O.T, but 13 rounds on the board for Flash. They've got the rebuy now as well. The economy's going to be back in their favor. They can get the full rifles across the board. Everyone's going to be pretty happy. I feel like this is where everything just sort of crumbles down now, Sam. We get left with a bit of rubble with a little B.O.O.T flag on it.
Yeah, that extra money from Lovey as well means he can drop his teammates, so everyone's got nice utility, everyone has the rifles. So again, Flash looking incredibly strong in this map.
Nade's going to be coming out as the Molotovs are in position. Oh, Benkai actually trying to get off the early Deagle shots, but he can't quite connect them. He is forced to fall back. Obviously, sub 50 HP now as well. And Summer, I wouldn't count him out and getting both of these entries all on his lonesome as he'll take down Benkai. Ready for the second as well. Impression will overpower him ever so slightly. Oh, there's very nearly a trade there, but at least Impression has been able to back off. The bomb's repositioning round, though, but there is still 2 players active on the B site.
Utility dropped again, well played by the CT squad at least to hold off Flash for now. But Flash are just going to regroup, decide where they want to go. So much time on the clock. They've also got a lot of utility in hand.
Too much, Sam. How's that fitting in their back pockets?
Yeah, exactly. You ain't got space. Need to drop some of this, getting heavy.
We're weighing them down as they set themselves up to try and go for this play, obviously. Slowly moseying on over to Pound Town at A site. Let's see if they can try and kick it off, though, with some funky plays into this one, as the Molotovs will be soaring through the sky as well, trying to heat things up into the round, as they actually do want to go around, take arch control.
Yeah, slow push onto this A site, clearing out each corner here, making sure they have control before they push on this site, but 3 members of B.O.O.T are over towards this side of the map.
Oh, Smash Key as well. He could be fantastic here if he gets his timing right. Actually, Kark's going to pre-fire and keep him at bay. Wards him off as he finds a headshot as well, so it's all on Tommy and MongolZ. Flash looking like they're going to grab themselves a very easy round now as Attacker spots out Tommy and removes him.
Yeah, very well played by Flash, putting that smoke up to avoid getting hit through it. Running through Arch, where all the 3 members of B.O.O.T were on that A side, suddenly caught off guard, trying to spin to rotate. Like you said, pre-firing that library spot, stops them rotating, and wins another round for Flash.
Just so easy at that point for him to just get these rounds in such dominant fashion. MongolZ as well, forced to save. He can't do anything there. There's no point trying to overextend out. I mean, he can upgrade to a UMP, I believe. Flash Key dropped one just in library, so it should just be in front of him if he wants to try and grab that. But that's basically the best case scenario, and he's not even going to get that. He's going to be taken down.
Yeah, and B.O.O.T will take their final timeout here. The last tactical timeout they have. Going to see if they can pull anything together before it's too late. 14 rounds already in the hands of Flash Gaming. They're going to have to do something crazy, and this is an eco round as well. As we can see, about 2,000 across the board on the B.O.O.T lineup. Nothing they can really bring into this round that's going to change it up a whole lot.
Eco round that CT half as well against a fully fleshed war force on the side of Flash Gaming here on that T side. They're just going to be able to walk in, kick down the doors, take names, take numbers, take everything, pillage everyone.
Exactly, and look at these frags coming in from these top players. 23 frags for Summer, 20 frags for Attacker, 18 on Casa. Everyone's just shouting in. The lowest is 9, but that's Kaze, who we talked about. Usually plays that AWP on the T side, hasn't really been picking it up, but definitely playing his role, getting at everyone on the site, and they're playing super cohesively, this Flash lineup.
And the thing is as well, Kaze actually did have quite a few impactful frags tied to him over on that first CT half. So even though he's essentially dominating the scoreboard, he's still consistently getting the frags he needed to get to actually close out quite a few rounds.
And here we do see the push again. Aggressive play from the CT side, knowing they don't have any money, going to at least try and gamble on some information, but it doesn't pay off as he dropped by a nade.
Blows him out the server with the sheer force of that one. Splash key. Close range normally can be a quite effective player in that scenario, but will be removed very swiftly. Benkai peeks round as well through the smoke just as he gets a glimpse of Summer's face. We'll see the tears form in his eyes, Sam, as he blows his brains out.
Yeah, nice shot there. Does manage to get something out of the round, and another one from Tommy as well. So now the numbers are at least even, but no armor even on the CT side. Casa drops as well, though, with his gun away. Attacker gets the trade, leaves it down to just Benkai now.
Yep, all on the Lone Ranger himself in a 1v2. He's got 17 HP and a dream. And the dream is that rifle.
And the 7th round. That would be the real dream.
That
ain't out.
That's the extension of the dream.
That ain't out.
Yeah. Lucid dreaming for that one, mate. That's the only way he's getting that done.
I don't think you'd be able to do that, mate. You need some assistance to see that in this round if you could get around 7. So this is going to be the 15th round for Flash Gaming. Now only one more round to win to secure themselves the next spot in this minor. B.O.O.T must be on the edge of their seats knowing it's about to all slip away.
That's the thing as well, meaning if they do actually get this following round off this, take it in a very dominant victory with that 16-6 scoreline, move their way through to face TyLoo in the upper bracket, that is going to be quite scary. Obviously the best of one there to decide who is actually going to be grabbing first seed from Group B and who will have to try and fight their way through and really try and grab it out and duke it out for that second spot.
Yeah, and TyLoo as well as Flash Gaming are definitely the favorites going in this one, into this group. Everyone's been talking about them. They are definitely heavily favored to get the spot. But B.O.O.T trying their hardest, but just not enough so far. But finally, a bye round. They don't have to get pistols. Let's see if they can just do one more thing before the end of this game.
Yeah, as they do have these weapons to play with. If they can get this round, try and keep their heads in the game. Maybe they're something to work with, but it's just going to be so hard. Essentially needing those 8 rounds on the trot to really give them too much to work with. They have no room for mistakes.
Yeah, same layout as we've been saying from this Flash squad. Not pushing anything, just trying to get some opening duels, some entries, but pretty spread out in general across the map.
Oh, he comes around. Lovey actually does find the head on the Splash key, though. Ready for more, as Impression's going to get tagged ever so slightly. 4 HP will be knocked off him as he wants to back out of there.
Yeah, left alone on towards this B site as well now. The rest of his teammates over towards A. So if the push does come in, he's going to be all on his lonesome.
Yeah, not a great spot to be in. Obviously a bit of a struggle as they do set up. Smoke's going to be going around as well. Just sheer brute force is going to be the order of the day, but they actually bring it back. All of a sudden, Impression with a double. Tommy as well going to get 1. They need to get more, though. Impression hiding at the back of the site as Summer comes in. This is not the man you want to be going up against in this scenario, but will Summer locate him? It's all on Summer now in a 1v4. Summer gets the first headshot, and he's ready to try and do more. Wants to try and get the C4 planted, but he'll wait for a second as he peeks out wide. They're right there. They're facing him, but he goes round, is able to get back towards Banana, but Tommy will luckily dispatch him.
Yeah, Tommy gets 3 in that round, saved it from B.O.O.T. If you ever thought one player could do it, it would have been Summer, but not quite able to win that round. They should still be able to buy, which they will. Flash Gaming going into another buy round against B.O.O.T. Another lifeline, though, at least for this B.O.O.T lineup. They could take it to overtime.
Do you remember when you said what's the only thing that could to try and save things here, mate?
Yeah.
Double up setup.
There it is, mate. I told you, the double up.
It's coming out.
It was in my notebook, mate. I told you. The first one was Tommy, stop killing your team. The second one, double up setup.
There you go. Let's see if that is going to work out for them now. They have a little bit more firepower to play with, more bang for their buck with these 50 caliber bad boys coming out.
Yeah, and of course, now they can't lose another round. It doesn't really matter what the risk is. You have to win every round from now on anyway. So they might as well try it with this double up.
Aggression towards mid. Actually, they're caught off guard and they're fractured as well because some of the teams were caught behind the molly, but they push straight through anyway. Caster's going to get the entry, taking down Benkai. He can switch out They do roam their way through quite swiftly, trying to get these taps off. Mini Pit is completely smoked. It's an absolute convergence towards the A-bomb site. Nice use to Molly as well as they drop down towards Pit. Cades gets the better of him with the UMP. It's all on Tommy and Splash Key now. Tommy, elevated angle in play, but he gets dropped. Cades takes him down, coming back in with a nice impact frag there, and it's all up to Splash Key. He can be electrifying normally, but unfortunately, he is going to get the boot as they go down. Boots will let it slip away. That is going to be the win for Flash Gaming in a tremendous fashion. 16-7 is going to be the scoreline as they pick up that best of one.
Yeah, definitely a great performance from that trio from TyLoo, the ex-TyLoo squad, Summer, Carcer, Attacker, all showing up huge and proving again how strong they are in this region. 16-7 against a strong lineup we thought could prove themselves. Boots, unfortunately, just demolished by this Flash Gaming.